Hello, welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony, and this show's about voiceover and trying to sidestep all the crazy things that this guy seems to step on. I hope you're having a great Thursday, because today's topic is, it's a doozy. Today's topic is balancing your full-time job with your voice acting job. All right, we're talking about this work balance here and the challenges that come with it, because your time management is so important in what we do. All right, we're going to talk about that. First things first, I kind of want to lay out the reality here for you. The reality here is that you're doing two jobs. And as soon as you start realizing that, right, because you not only have one real job, your full-time job, but you're also creating a new business where you are the employee as well as the owner, but you're also the employee, which means that you are working another job. And if you think of it that way, you realize, well, another job, if I'm working a job, I've got things I have to do. There's time I have to spend there. You know what I mean? There's a schedule I need to create, right? I mean, this all goes into the fact that, you have to look at this as another job. All right. Again, you're the CEO of your business, so this is a business, but you're also the employee right now of your job, right? Of your business. So you have to look at it that way. And working two jobs is darn hard. It's not easy. Working one full-time job is not easy. Working two, three, that's not easy at all. Right? And especially when, you might not have much training on this job. Let's be honest. Every job, every business, everything that you've done, you've gotten some sort of training. Now, there may be things here or there that you learned on your own, through experience. But for the most part, even when you get hired for a new job, you get training. Hopefully you went, if you got your degree, you went to school for years to get trained, or you were trained there on the job, you were mentored something, right? There was always training. So that's another big challenge that we go through, right? Is the training. Okay. Not having the training and then having to just dive into it and try to make it. And you'll see a lot of people out there, and I've always been an advocate for, going after what you want, even if you couldn't do something right at the moment, to go for it. But I tell you, the more and more I do this, the more and more I work with more voice actors, your training is everything, right? We're one of the only, I think, industries where we expect people to just jump in and be able to do it. Like what other industry or whatever job, what other place do people just jump in and be able to do it without any sort of training? It's not. There's nothing, right? So, I think that that's something to consider, especially when you're dealing with your time management and the realities, again, of balancing two careers. So, one of the next challenges, I think, is a part of what we do is, how do we maximize productivity? We were talking about this very thing last night in our Marketing 101 class at A VO's Journey Lead Academy, right? Is, how are we going to maximize productivity? What is the thing that's the most important, right? And, that becomes your guiding star, your, what keeps you on track, right? What guides the time management, what guides what is, what takes up your free time. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't have a lot of time, what are you doing on your lunch breaks? What are you doing on your evenings, your weekends, right? What are these times where you have time that you're not working your full-time job, right? Or you're not managing your family or whatever else you're doing. What are you doing on those times? Are you watching TV? You know what I mean? Are you reading a book? Are you focused on working on your business? So, I think that's, maximizing that productivity is everything. And I think the other part to this, too, is talk about burnout, right? How do you avoid being burnt out? That is a big challenge. That is something that, I dedicate a lot of times to. And I still get burned out, right? But avoiding burnout is a real challenge. It's a real thing that all of us go through. And you have to have a plan to avoid that. You know what I mean? And of course, it can't be about you going off spending a whole bunch of money that we don't have. So, avoiding burnout has to be a part of your plan, right? Your time management plan. And here's the thing, you have to build these into it. Okay, they can't be something that just pops up. Another thing I find that becomes a challenge is staying motivated, right? Staying focused. Most people with the motivation and the focus lack a goal. And when I say a goal, most of us have a goal. Hey, we want to make money. Or even you might even say, well, I'm going to be really specific and make a goal of how much money I want to make. But I still find that the goal setting process in this, right, is still not enough. Meaning, and this is what we were talking about last night, right, is setting our wildly important goals. But it's a specific way you set up your goal. You have to set it in a way that is measurable. All right, it has specifics in it, because I think goals are often set too broadly. And because they're set too broadly, they don't get accomplished. And you don't even know when you accomplish the goal. Right? You could set a goal and just keep doing it forever. So it has to be set a certain way for you to accomplish it. That's a very important. Okay. And from that, you know what I mean? The next thing is finding inspiration, right? Where are you finding inspiration? And how do you continue to find inspiration when you're exhausted? I think, again, inspiration can come in many different ways. I personally find inspiration through the community I'm with, right? Through joining, voiceover communities that are, a constant source of excitement and energy in themselves. They're always moving forward. They're always doing something together as a team. All right, that's something that's extremely exciting and very motivating and inspiring. Also, the next thing I think about is leveraging support systems, right? Because there's going to be a lot of times where, you're feeling defeated and you don't know the answer. You don't know what the next step is. You've been doing all this work and, you set all these goals. You're trying to stay focused, but then there's a roadblock that pops up, right? How can you get past that? You have to leverage support systems that you have become a part of. Okay. Having a support system. Yes, we have our family, and that's our ultimate support system, right? But at the same time, and don't be afraid to lean on them. But I can tell you, sometimes our families are at first, and rightly so, they can be frustrated with us for spending all of our extra time working a second job that might not be paying very much right now. All right. But we need to also then think we need another support system, right? And that's where your community comes in. So here's something else that's very important. That means you need to be a part of a community that's positive, right? And even if you feel like what the community talks about you agree with, the negativity can really bring you down. If you're part of a communities that are bashing people or telling them what they can't do all the time, or they're ruining the industry, or they're doing all this stuff, I mean, it becomes very negative. And I always say negativity spreads like wildfire. It really does. It spreads like wildfire, and it's one of the hardest things to put out. I'm serious. Negativity, anger, it is dangerous. Very dangerous. I've worked with large groups of people for most of my life, whether it was, teenagers to adults. And I've managed large groups of people, especially in the arts. And I can tell you, if there's positivity and that's cultivated and breeded in that community, it's incredible. It's amazing. It is a bastion of joy. But if there's negativity there, and I'm not talking about having a bad day. It's not what I'm talking about. And you're just like, I just have a bad day today and I'm frustrated. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about there's negativity, anger. There's people who are just mad and expressing it nonstop and constantly going after people. And right, that's dangerous. It's like a wildfire, and you can't put it out. I mean, the only way to get rid of those sometimes is to leave and to remove yourself, or dissolve the group, or remove certain people from those groups who are causing those issues, and it still takes time because that kind of thing leaves its mark. All right, that anger leaves its mark. So you don't want to be in a place like that. You want to leverage support systems, that are going to be, way more supportive, which goes to networking with other voice actors, right? Finding those voice actor communities that are positive, right? And here's the thing with networking with voice actors. It can be such an incredible boost and excitement because you have other people who are like-minded who are wanting to do the same thing you do. And quite honestly, I love my family with everything I have, but none of them want to do voiceover. None of them are interested right now. And it's summer vacation. They want to have fun on their summer vacation. They don't want dad to sit there and talk to them about voiceover all day or what I'm doing with my business and stuff. So I mean, it's not easy then to talk to them if they're not really interested in it. So it's nice to have a network of voice actors that you can talk to, relate to. Okay. So look, I think that all of these things that we kind of talked about today can be part of this challenge, right? Of balancing your full-time work with your full-time job. And, that's what I've kind of dedicated my time to and my life to, is helping people who work full-time jobs, trying to balance that, become full-time voice actors. Right? Go from working a full-time job to replacing that income. There's nothing that feels better. It's nothing that feels better doing it. So, but dealing with that balance. So remember, accepting the reality of two voiceover careers, two careers, right? Your job and your voiceover career. Accepting that there are two of them, and you're going to have to deal with that. Time management, right? Having time management. That's another thing that we have to deal with. Okay, the time management. The maximizing your productivity. Again, we have to find a way through that time management because we don't have a lot of time, because we might only have the weekend. We might only have lunch break. We might only have a couple hours in the evening. Maximizing the productivity, staying motivated and focused. All right. Leveraging support systems. These are the things that getting a part of voiceover communities that are positive, that are moving forward. Do whatever you can do. I'm telling you, the one thing that will help you more than anything is find a group, join a group that is positive, that is moving forward, that is doing things, that is accomplishing things. All right? That are part of go-getters, because they will take you with them. Stay away from groups that are negative, always angry, frustrated, not helpful. You don't need that. That doesn't help you. In fact, it adds seeds of doubt and frustration and anger. Stay away from them. Find the groups that are the opposite. Okay? And if you struggle with that, you know what I mean? Don't stop searching. Of course, I'm going to say, we have the best group at a VO's Journey Elite Academy. And I believe it with my whole heart. We have some of the most positive, incredibly excited voice actors about their future. Sure, we want to get work. Sure, people are all levels starting, and some people are advanced and some people are new. But man, we help each other a lot. And we do a lot of production and producing too, as we're doing with the VO's Journey Elite Academy, as well as Academy Voices Entertainment. But you need to find, either way, whether it's our group or not, you need to find a place that's supportive and excited, that you can lean on them. That's really important. So remember, in the end, all of this boils down to your time management between your job, your full-time job, and your voiceover career, and how well you manage efficiency. Seek that out with every ounce of your being, managing your efficiency, making it more efficient so you can get more done with less work. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Sometimes I forget to say it at the beginning, but make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and share this with another voice actor, all right, in your community who you feel needs it. Okay, that because you need to understand that you're not alone in how you feel. This is something that we all go through, which is why that support system, that community is so important in voiceover. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful Thursday. Talk to you all later. Goodbye. Goodbye.